Hey there, Heather. Hello there. It's Jeff Cutter. Welcome you to yet another in the pocket bowling competition. As we have ourselves set for action, we have the top 50 PBA guys of all time, 25 matchups, the top 7 loser scores. Move on. Now we go to the matchup thing number 4 with Pullman versus Dickinson. We're done 15 matchups and 15 winners at the 7 lowest marks. Right now, Walter Ray Williams, Mark Ruff, Asher, Davis, Wiseman, Stavanovich, and Allen all hold that mark. Davis is 217. The next runner-up finish that has to be placed in stone. So we have Holman versus Dickinson, 2 legendary guys. Holman's first ball is a 1-4-5. That's a 10. That's a strike. Dickinson throws a 2-6-5. That's a strike. That's 13. On 2. He throws 6-4-4. That's 14. And Holman throws 11, so that's a strike too. Third frame. He throws a 3-4-1. That's definitely not enough for a strike. He could have a 6 and a strike, but anyway, he spares. Dickinson throws a 6-4-5. That's 15. That would be enough for a strike. On 4, he throws a 6-3-5. That's another strike. That's for 13 points. Holman throws a 3-4-4. That's 11. That's enough for a strike. On 5, he throws a 1-1-3. That is brutal. That's a spare. Fortunately, though, if it was another 5, like a 2-2-1, it'd be a 7 open frame. Dickinson throws a 5-1-4. He gets 10. So that means he gets 5 straight strikes. On the 6, he throws a 3-1-2. That's a 6. That's a strike. Yeah, on his card, on a 6, if it's 4-1-1, it's a spare. If it's anything else, it is a 3-1-2. It has to be a 3-1-2 because a triple 2 is 3 of a kind, 7-2. Holman throws a 1-6-4, 11. That's a strike. On the 7. He throws a 5-1-6. That's 12. Dickinson throws a 3-3-1. He couldn't keep the strike streak going, stopping at 6. That's 7 points. On 8, he throws a 6-5-2. That's 13. That's a strike. Holman throws a 3-4-3. That's a strike. On 9, he throws a 4-3-5. Strike. Dickinson throws a strike. Haha. On 10, he throws a 4-2-2. He only gets 8 and a spare. He throws a 2-36. Dickinson will have to falter. Dickinson throws a 1-1, and that's a brutal one. He misses that, but he still wins 242, 236. Wow. What a win for Dickinson. And Holman's score of 236 couldn't hold up. Well, Davis lost to Couch. So that 236 by Holman actually is the highest score of any of the 7 losers right now. Dickinson's 242. He survives. But remember, anything can happen in the next dice. So yeah, he got lucky. That 9 points was enough. And now you got Monticelli. And it will be George Pappas versus Monticelli. To see who wins this one, Monticelli throws a 4-4-1. That's a spare. The next score to fall is 221 by Walter Ray Williams, a legend. Pappas throws a 4-1-3. That's a spare. On 2, he throws a 2-3-2. That's only 7 pins. That's not good. Monticelli throws a 2-2-5. That's 9 pins. That's still good enough. On 3, he throws a 1-5-4. There's a strike. That's a 10. Pappas throws a 1-6-3. That's 10 enough for a strike. On 4, he throws a 3-4-4. That's 11. Monticelli throws a 6-1-6. That's 13. That's a strike. But also, pair of sixes, he goes back a frame, which means that whatever he scored in the third frame is what he scores in the fourth frame, and that's a strike. On 5, he throws a 6-2-1. That's only 9 pins. Pappas throws a 3-5-5. That's a strike. That's a 13. And also, the pair of fives is back 2 frames, so whatever he does on the third frame is what he wins. On 6, he throws a 2-2-5. That's 9. That's definitely not a strike. Monticelli throws a 1-1-1. That is good because that's 3 of a kind is a strike. He's only 8 pins back after 5. 7. He throws a 5-2-4. That's another strike. That's a 11. Pappas throws a 5-1-3. That's a spare. That's quite a strike. On 8, he throws a 3-4-5. 6-7-8. That's a strike. Monticelli throws a 6-1-1. That's an open frame. An 8. Any other 8 would have been a spare. On 9, he throws a 1-3-1. So that's going to screw him over. Pappas throws a spare. 173. Well, Pappas will score. Yeah, I think Pappas wins. Monticelli, I don't think will score high enough. On 10, he throws a 2-6-6. That's another open frame of 182. So definitely he's out. So 182 does not even come close to Walter Ray's 221. So Monticelli is not going to move on. Pappas, just for fun, gets it strike 8 for 223. So he beats Monticelli, who can't score 200. Walter Ray's score was 221, so Pappas almost got less than Walter Ray Williams. But Pappas wins because that's automatic. You win. Your scores don't matter if you win your match. Well, in the round of 32, they will matter. And now Tommy Jones. Not Tommy Lee Jones, Tommy Jones. Ferraro will go next, and then we got Godman. Not Goodman, Godman. And as for you guys, Pappas, Nelson Burden, Hudson Ferrari, and Ferrari. So those are going there. All right, we're almost done. So Tommy Jones versus Nelson Burden, 218. Baldy against Burden's 216. Tommy throws a 6-1-1. Ouch. For 8. If he threw an 8 without that combination, it would have been a spare. Burden throws a 5-6-2. That's 13. That's a K on everyone's board. On 2. He throws a 2-6-6. That's 14. That's a strike. And also, pair of sixes, he goes back a frame. That's the first frame, so that's a strike. Jones throws a 5-5-2. And that will give him 7 because it gets the 5 and the 2. On 3, he throws a 5-2-1. That's 8 pins. He gets a spare. Burden throws a 3-3-1. That's a spare. Burden throws a 5-4-2. That's 11. That's a strike. Jones throws a 1-2-1. So he gets another chance. It's a 1-3-5. That's a strike. Nicely done. On 5, he throws a 4-4 triple fours. That's 12. Well, that's a strike. And also on his card, that's 3 of a kind. So that's a strike. Burden throws a 4-1-3. That's a spare. It's only Burden. On 6, throws a 3-4-6. That's a K on everyone's board. That's 13. Jones throws a 5-4-6. That's a strike. That's, I don't know why they made it red. 77. On 7, he throws a 4-4. That's good. That's 12 points. That's a strike and a 3 of a kind as well. Burden throws a 5-6-4. That's another strike. They're literally tied on 8. He throws another strike, 3-4-4. Jones throws a 6-4-4. On 9, he throws a 3-6-2. That's a strike. Burden throws a 6-1-5. Unreal. Look at the scores. After the 5, 6, 7. This could be amazing. Burden throws a 6-6-2. That's a strike. Next ball is 4-2-6. That's a strike. And that's a strike. So Burden, 3 strikes in a row at 257. So Tommy Jones knows what he has to do. He has to strike all 3 times. That's one. That's not going to happen. He won't strike. Burden Jr. wins the match. What a win for Burden, 257. But that 244 is going to be fantastic. Tommy Jones bowls a 244. That open frame, I think, was costly too. If he had got a strike like Burden, I think it's a tie, isn't it? Or no, Burden would have still won. Jones's 244 is amazing. That's a great score for a losing competitor. Well, he did have 7 straight strikes. They were literally tied through 5, 6, 7, and 8 frames. It could have been a tie, and then what do we do? Well, Walter Ray's 221 got beaten, obviously. So the next person to fall, we have a 3-way tie at 226. Roth, Asher, and Wiseman, all at 226. But Asher is the lesser of the 3, so Asher will be next on the chopping block at 226. So that's a high number. 244. I think he's safe. How many more matches do we have? We have 7 more. We're at number 18. This will be number 19. Well, if nobody beats Jones's 244, he's safe. Yeah. Tommy Jones knows that with 6 matches left, if any loser scores less than 244, Tommy Jones is automatically in the round of 32, guaranteed. We have 2 more to go. We have Ferraro Hudson. David Ferraro versus Tommy Hudson. Ferraro, first to go. He'll throw a 5-4-5. That's a 19. That's a 14, but that should be a strike. But they call it a 7-2. Kind of brutal. I don't like it. Hudson throws triple twos. That's a open frame. That would be a 6 for maybe a 7-2. Oh well, it wouldn't matter. Hudson throws a 3-6-4. That's 13. That's a K. Ferraro throws triple sixes. That's good for a strike. Pair of sixes would be back 1 frame, but his card triple 3 of a kind. That's a strike on 3. He throws a 6-2-1. Only 9 pins. Hudson throws a 5-1-2. That's only 8 pins. On 4, he throws a K on the board. That's 10 points. Ferraro throws a 6-4-6. Unfortunately, pair of sixes means back 1 frame. So whatever he scored in the 3rd frame is what he scores in the 4th frame, and that's a spare. On 5, he throws a 6-2-3. That's 11. Hudson throws a 2-2-3. Hudson throws a strike 5-3-3. Ferraro 4-3-2. That's a spare. On 7, he throws a 6-4-6. That's back to the 6th frame. On 7, he throws a 2-2-2 triple. On 8, he throws a 2-1-6. That's a 9. Ferraro throws a 1-2-2, and he open. On 9, throws 3-4-5. Ha ha ha. Hudson throws a 2-4-2. Well, Hudson's has got a spare. Ferraro's got a strike. Hudson throws a 3-2-3. That's a spare. 173. I don't think any of them is going to catch 200. Ferraro Throws a 1-4-1. That's a spare. He needs a strike. Yeah, he does need a strike. He needs a strike because that ties 173. And he does. We tie 173. We have a tie. We literally have a tie. 173, 173. So, Tommy Jones's 244 will be enough to win. Will be good enough to sneak in. Now, none of them beat 226. So Asher is safe for one more. Asher's safe for now. For now. 6 more guys to go. Ferraro and Hudson. Now, because we haven't got a topper yet, Ferraro was top page. Ferraro wins. Yeah, Ferraro will win because we didn't have a red corner winner since Boss. Holman lost, Bonicelli lost, Tommy Jones lost. Hey. Ferraro will win. I will give it to Ferraro over Hudson. And Ferraro had the higher average actually too. Yeah, he had the higher average anyway. So next we go with Godman, and he will face off against Berardi. 218 versus 216. So now, yeah, Asher's 226 is still in the loops. The next highest score for a runner-up was 236 by Holman. If the loser scores less than 236, Holman qualifies for the tournament. Here's Scottman. First ball is a 1-2-5. That's 8. That's only good enough for a spare. Baradi throws triple 5. 15 would be good, but 3 of a kind gives him a spare on the card. On 2, he throws a 4-6-1. He gets strike this time. That's 11. Godman throws a 6-5-1. That's a strike. That's 12 points. On 3, he throws a 4-1-3. That's only 8 pins. Berardi throws a 2-5-6. That's a strike. That's 13. On 4, he throws a 1-2-3-4-5-6. Boom, boom, boom. Strike. Godman throws a double 6-2. Unfortunately, his fourth frame is what his third frame is, and that's an 8 spare. On 5, he throws triple 3s. That's good. That's a strike. 3 of a kind means he's a strike. Berardi throws a 1-4-3, a spare. On 6, he throws a 4-3-6 for a spare. 13 points. Godman throws 4-1-4. That's a spare. He's in trouble. On 7, he throws 3-4-1. That's another spare. You just can't get past those spares. Berardi throws a 3-3-2. That's a spare of his own, but he's up by 22 points. On 8, he throws 4-4-5. That's 13. That's a K. Godman throws a 5-3-2. That's a strike. On 9, he throws a 4-3-4. That's a strike. That's 11. Berardi throws a 4-3-1. That's a spare. That kind of gives Godman a chance. I don't think they're going to catch the score. Godman throws a 1-5-1. That's an open frame, and he loses. Yeah, he can't win. Berardi will win. Godman's 191 definitely will not catch up to anyone close. So Holman is automatically in. So Asher will not have to worry about the last video. To find matchups, Asher will not have to worry. Berardi, he knows he's won, and he gets a spare strike for good measure, 216. So that would be good. But that 216 wouldn't even come close to Asher's 226. But you have to win your head-to-head to qualify. So Berardi gets in, Godman does not. And Holman's 236, their first matchup, is good enough. Jones's 244 is good enough. Savanovich's 234 is so if the loser scores less than 234, Stefanovic gets the next wild card. And if he scores less than 226, Asher is still left. So Asher, Wiseman, Roth. There's got to be one more guy, right? Stefanovic 234. Wiseman, Asher, Roth. Did I screw up my numbers or something? Yeah, Jones and Holman, 5 people. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Alan. Okay, Alan's 229. Yeah, 3 at 226, 1 at 229, 1 at 234. So yeah, 226 will have to do to qualify. So that's what we will do. And that'll be our final video. Anyhow, I'm Jeff Diamond at Do.